Hello chess lovers, I would like to show you a very fascinating game played by Hikaru Nakamura against one of the best bullet players in the world, Tang. The game was played on chess.com and this was a 3-minute game. Nakamura started with e4, e6 by Tang, this is the French defense, and here Nakamura went for this amusing king e2 move, Bongcloud attack. White is endangering his king by moving on move 2. This is like giving odds, but let's see, will Tang manage to punish him for this courageous decision? d5, d3, c5, c3, knight c6, g3, b5, bishop g2, bishop a6. Tang is just going for this standard setup which he's using against King's Indian attack. As you have noticed already, after bishop a6, Stockfish 8 is evaluating the position as equal. a3, well, according to the engine, the best move is e takes d5. If e takes d5, then knight f3, knight f6, rook e1, and then bringing the king to a safe square. But instead, after bishop a6, we see a3, knight f6, b4, bishop e7, f4. Nakamura is just pushing his pawns. Black castles, e5, knight d7, d4, c takes d4, c takes d4, f6, trying to open up the f file, knight f3, f takes e5, f takes e5, knight b6. Black knight is going for this perfect outpost on c4, knight d2, knight c4, knight b3, bishop c8, h4, a5, and Nakamura played bishop f4. He went for a pawn sacrifice, a takes b4, a takes b4, rook takes a1, queen takes a1, knight takes b4, bishop h3, trying to put pressure on e6 square, queen e8. Probably Tang was going to bring his queen to g6 square. Queen b1, controlling the g6 square, bishop d7, king f2. Now finally Nakamura is bringing the king to a safe square. Queen a8, king g2, and queen a2 check, going for a queen exchange. Seems like this is a good decision because black is a pawn up. Going for an endgame is quite natural, but it turns out that this allows white to grab initiative at once. Queen takes a2, knight takes a2, and knight c5. But Nakamura had an easy chance to win the game by playing rook a1, using the fact that the 7th rank is weakened and also these bishops lined up on the 7th rank are very vulnerable. If rook a8, then knight c1. This is very unpleasant for black. Or after rook a1, if a move like knight b4, then the rook can penetrate to the 7th rank. If knight b6, then rook b7, bishop d8, knight c5, bishop c8, bishop takes e6 check, and black's position is just collapsing. It's all over. Let's go back. But instead, after knight takes a2, we see knight c5, bishop takes c5, d takes c5, b4, knight d4, putting more pressure on e6 square, knight c3, c6, bishop c8, rook a1, the rook is occupying this opened a file, knight a3, and knight takes e6, rook e8, knight c7, bishop takes h3 check, king takes h3, rook c8, e6, pushing this passed pawn, d4, which is losing on the spot. Well, black could have prolonged the game by playing knight b5, but after knight takes b5, knight takes b5, rook a6, white has a huge advantage. Look at this pawns on c6 and d6, which look very dangerous, and also white pieces are so active. Black is in trouble, but instead after e6 we see d4 by Tang. Here comes e7, king f7, and it turns out that there is no way to stop this pawn e8 queen. Rook takes e8, knight takes e8, king takes e8, rook e1 check, king d8, c7 check, king d7, rook e8, and black resigned. Well, if king takes e8, then white is simply promoting his pawn to a queen. It's over. Your comments please. What do you think about this crazy king e2 move? Good luck.